Hey Impact High School students, Pastor Andy here, bringing you guys another life group video. Before I do that, yes, this is the last life group night of the school year, which is super sad, but also kind of amazing at the same time. It's so exciting that we've gotten this far. We've made it through the school year. You guys are so close to summer, so stay on it, stay strong. You've got this. I believe in you. But before we get going into what we're talking about tonight, I want to share with you guys a couple quick announcements. Number one, we have on this Wednesday, we have a Hump Day Hangout coming up. That'll be at different spots throughout the building from 6 to 8. You can sign up for a room, whether it be the gym or the game room or study room, whatever. You can sign up for those different spots with a link that's in our Instagram bio and on our Facebook post about it. So go check that out. Please join us for that Hump Day Hangout. It'll be so much fun to just hang out with you guys and chill and build community together. So I'm excited for that. And then the second announcement is that just like this is the last life group night of the year right now, next week is our last large group night of the school year. But don't worry, we'll be off for Mother's Day, but then that very next week we've got a bunch of different things that are going to begin to be happening. We're kind of gearing up towards Summer Impact, which I'm super pumped for, so that's going to be awesome. Be ready to join us for those things as well, but don't miss next week for our last large group night of the year. I'm pretty excited about what we're going to be talking about that night and what God is going to do for our last night together. I think that's going to be awesome. We are continuing our series called Real Life tonight. This past week, we asked the question, what is real life? And what does real life look like? And ultimately, we answered that question by saying that real life looks like Jesus, in that it is irresistibly gracious and unapologetically true. A life that is lived out in a real way. Real life is a life that has irresistible grace and unapologetic truth. It's a life where we're loving people unconditionally, and we're also being honest and consistent and truthful in who we are, that we're the same person no matter where we are. And so that's the question that we answered last week. But this week we're asking a different question, and that is, who needs real life? Who needs it? And you might be kind of thinking, okay, what do you mean who needs real life, Andy? Doesn't everyone need real life? Doesn't everyone need to know Jesus? And well, yes, that's actually the answer. Everyone does need real life. And in fact, Jesus in the book of Mark in chapter 16, verse 15, he says to his disciples, go and tell the entire world, declare the gospel in all of creation. Go and tell everyone about me. Go and tell everyone about real life. Go and tell everyone about my plan for salvation, how I've come to rescue them and restore them in their relationship with God. And so, yes, the answer is everyone. But more specifically, tonight, I want us to ask the question, who specifically do you know that needs to hear about real life? Whether it's a friend or a family member or a neighbor or a classmate or a worker that you work with at your job, whoever that may be. And maybe it's multiple people, maybe there's a specific one that God puts on your heart, but who is it that you know that needs to hear about real life? And that's it. I know it doesn't seem like much, but truthfully, that's a huge question. And so tonight we're just going to spend time together discussing, okay, who is it that I know, who's in my life that needs to hear about real life? We're talk about that in your groups and have a conversation about, oh, it might be this person, or you know what, I've got this really good friend that I care about that I've been wanting to share with, but I don't know how. Who is it that needs to hear about real life? Who is it in your life that needs to know that? And then take some time, and we're just going to pray for them tonight. We're going to take time to pray together for each other and for those people in our lives that we feel like, man, God, it might be telling me that I need to share real life with this person. And so we're going to spend some time just in discussion about that and then in prayer together. And now you might be wondering, okay, Andy, but I can come up with a great list of people, but then I don't really know what to do about it. Don't worry. In our last large group night next week, we're going to be answering the question, how do I share real life? So this week we're coming up with the list, we're coming up with the plan, we're coming up with who it is that we're like, man, I want to begin to love them intentionally and continue walking alongside them and just be there for them. I want to be building that relationship with them so that maybe one day I'll get the opportunity to share real life with them. And we're going to talk about how to do that, what that looks like next week at our last large group night of the year. So go ahead, guys, step into that time of discussion and prayer, and I will see you all next week for our large group night where we'll answer the question, how do I share real life? I'm excited for it, and I will see you guys soon.